Hello there, my name is AJ Chimera and we're doing something different today. Today we are cleaning up the oceans as part of the Team Seas initiative. So we're loading into a save game rather than starting from fresh. But the loop is going to be pretty similar to normal. Let's look around. Look at this trash. Metal just lying around and needing to be cleaned up. So I was inspired in doing this by Smitty's raft cleanup video. I'd recommend going and checking that out. I'm going to link it in the description. That's how I found out about this initiative. So we're just going to make the early stuff here. Got a scanner. We won't set the O2 tank going just yet. Well, we will, but we'll leave. Because we don't want to pick it up, because it makes you swim slower until you get the sea glider. We're not going to do fancy any percent death strats here. We don't need to, we're close enough to everything. So what is Team Seas? Team Seas is a global fundraising campaign that is looking to clean up the oceans. We are doing our bit here. Going to scan this trash can because that's going to be relevant. Putting our tool away because it's quicker to swim when you don't have something in your hands, unless that something is a sea glide. And there we go, we got this. There's a bunch of other fragments around here, we'll come and get them later. Just gonna get some of these, make those disappear. We can make certain things disappear in the world. Not everything sadly, but we're gonna clean up those that we can. Gather some materials. So a couple of years ago, Mr. Beast and a bunch of other content creators did some fundraising for Team Trees, which was the largest creator-led fundraising campaign, at least at the time. I think they're probably hoping to outdo themselves this time around. See how we go. So that raised money for planting trees in order to better the environment. This time, instead of adding something, we're subtracting something, but that something is unnecessary waste in the oceans and in waterways. Big problem with the environment at the moment. Lots of plastic and trash in the oceans, washing up on shorelines, endangering various animals. It's not good. Here that's just metal breaking stalker teeth, but still something we can do something about. So they launched the fundraiser end of October, so a couple of weeks ago, almost 3 weeks ago now, with a target of fundraising $30 million, US dollars, which would subsidize charities in cleaning up 30 million pounds, that's imperial measurement, that's about 450 grams each one, of rubbish from waterways and the oceans. So it's a good goal. For those of you with metric, in other words, most of the world, it works out being $2 US dollars raised, approximately 1 kilogram of trash cleaned up. We're about halfway there already, at least, possibly a bit over the halfway there now, I think. It's off to a good start. Hopefully be able to make the goal with like a month to spare. But like Team Trees, the fundraiser is just going to keep going. They still accept donations to the Team Trees initiative. If you're interested in that, I'll link that as well. And they're going to continue to accept donations, I'm sure, for the Team Seas initiative, even after the goal is actually complete. Probably shouldn't be coming down here, but never mind. We're here now. So there's two charities that they're partnering with. There's the Ocean Conservancy and the Ocean Cleanup. They'll be splitting the funds 50-50. Money will be released when trash is removed and verified. They don't just get money thrown at them and trust that they do something with it. They've got to front up with evidence first. So you don't need to worry about money being squandered in that regard. And basically, any administrative costs borne by the charities, they kind of have to just do themselves and take care of themselves. And the only money they get is based on the trash that they actually really take out of the environment. So it's a good way of doing it. One of those. We don't have enough copper wire, of course. So the problem with doing that particular little excursion there is I don't get nearly as much limestone as I normally do. The age-old casual gameplay problem of not enough copper coming back to bite us here. So much trash around. We're going to do something about that as soon as we can, but first we've got to get a base set up. So we're going to have to add something to the environment just a little bit. But we are going to be responsible about it. We already had a wiring kit. That's fine. Coming down here, building a base. Actually, we're going to do one of these. Just because it's easier. Can fit slightly more stuff in. I'm going to put this one on the floor. And there's a reason for that. Now, I was considering doing this effort completely glitchless, but Super Sea Glide as a speed glitch is just kind of too good to pass up. It's just going to make this go much faster. We're also going to make use of the flare storage exploit glitch in order to be able to bring things back to our base nice and quickly. We need another quartz for another one of those. And we can start putting in a trash can. We're going to build 2 of these probably, just to make it a bit quicker to clean things up. There we go. Now, crucially, we flood the base. This kills the base. We also want to take enough damage to ourselves perish. There we go. And we'll respawn that back in the base and it clears our inventory. So what happens to the trash? Now in this, we're going to make it just magically disappear, which is great. Unfortunately, you can't really do that in real life. So where possible, things like cans and glass and plastic and such, those are going to be recycled. It's going to be the primary method there. Just going to grab some of these things here. We just want to... Inventory full already? Of course. Not even sure exactly what I need of those things. I do need one more silver though. That's a gold, but sure, I do need that as well. One more silver, please. That's a lead. I don't need that. One more silver, please. There we go. Good. Back to base. So in cases where contamination of trash or lack of local recycling initiatives, because you don't want to be freighting things around just to be able to recycle them, because that does more harm than good in a lot of the cases. We're getting down the table coral. Let's go attend to that right now. If it's impossible to reprocess, then trash will just go to a proper disposal site instead. And it'll be based around whatever local regulations are relevant, hopefully a bit over and above those, because sometimes local regulations aren't actually that good, so hopefully they'll bear that in mind as well. What are those? Actually, I need another couple of these as well, I think. It's a bit late to create a second solar panel now. It's already dark, but I was going to create a second solar panel on the top here. Once it's daytime again, then that'll be more useful. There we go. Not entirely sure why I made the extra rubber, but we're just gonna do that and that. You get 20 oxygen every time you go through a powered base hatch, so that's always fun. So we have some extra things here. We need that. That's right, I was going to... no idea. So I need more metal, basically, is what it comes down to. Let's just collect some trash. Let's do some cleanup. That's why we're here. We're here to do some cleanup. First things first, we're going to try and clean up, well, this we can make disappear, first of all. Fragments like that we can just make disappear by scanning them. Turns into metal somehow. Don't ask. It's just the magic of Altera equipment. Looking for some salvage, here we go. It's hard to spot it at night time, unfortunately. There's another fragment here. Mobile vehicle bay. I don't think we end up building one of those. We're not gonna, like, complete the game. This isn't an 80% run with flavor. This is just cleaning up. What we'll probably do is wait for the Aurora to explode, and we'll clean that up by repairing the reactor. For now, we're just picking up some salvage. Cleaning it up from where the dogs are, because that's where it's doing the most harm, because it's breaking their poor little teeth. That there. Not quite sure why I bothered making fabricators and stuff. I guess just out of habit, because we don't really need to process anything. Though I did have the fun idea that if we wanted to make this like an actual legitimate category going forward, which could be fun, because then we can like challenge other people to it. Maybe I'll do a follow-up where I'll actually time it, come up with a specific objective. I was thinking of the idea of actually processing metal that you pick up into ingots and then having to clear away like a single trash can's worth of ingots in a single run, and it's like the fastest to do that. I think that could be fun. We've had suggestions before about like clearing away every single piece of trash. Unfortunately, it's random. There's not a set amount of salvage in a world, so it's kind of not consistent. It's a bit unfair. It's not the same objective for everyone then. But we can do this at least. So it's 1620, so 20 ingots would be kind of fun as an objective to have to clear away. No, let's work on that idea. Oops. Not what I wanted to do. I should have made all the... processed all the salvage first. Of course, we're going to run out of power because how late it was that we made the second solar panel. So we've already cleared away some stuff. Those are already gone. That's good. I'm just going to kind of test the idea of that sort of cleanup run. Down here, scope around for some more trash, 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 glorious trash. There we go. We love to clean it up. Clear away the stuff before the dogs hurt their teeth on it. Because we wouldn't want that now, would we? So the other part of this is raising awareness, not only raising funds to actually clean up trash that's already in the environment, but it's to raise awareness of the amount of waste that does go into the environment. Like the very fact that such an astronomical number of 30 million pounds, or about 15 million kilograms of waste, is going to be dealt with minimum by this objective. And believe me, there is no way that they're going to run out of... Get that before you do. There's no way that they are going to kind of front up to the charities with cash, and they're going to turn around and say, oh no, but there's no more trash to clear away. Yeah, that's not going to happen. There's a lot, so much rubbish to clean up. Yeah, 30 million pounds is probably not going to make a huge dent in the amount of trash to clean up, but every little bit helps. And the important thing is to start somewhere. And we're wanting some awareness of the amount of avoidable trash that just goes into the environment needlessly. If you're throwing away plastic bags, just out on the beach, flushing anything that isn't just biological stuff into the waste systems, all of that goes somewhere, and that somewhere is the ocean. It either goes into a river. If you're camping by a lake, take your trash with you. Don't leave anything behind. It'll get blown into the water. It'll find its way into the waterways, and it'll cause damage. We don't want that. So that's the other aspect of this. If you can donate, that's great. All donations appreciated. You'll be asked for a team when you make a donation. You'd use the team name Subnautica Speedrunners. That's how I've been doing my donation so far. That would be really appreciated. But if you're not able to donate, then the idea is that if, at minimum, if we can reach people and make people realize the sort of waste that we're producing that's going into the environment that just really doesn't need to. And hey, if you live near a waterway, go down there. Check it out. Take a nice walk. Take a drive. Go to a river, go to a lake, go to a beach near where you live. Take a bag, like a reusable bag or something, and just pick up some trash. Yeah, it'll be filthy. You know, it won't be pleasant. But you know what also isn't pleasant? Choking on plastic. And that's what happens to wildlife. And we don't want that. So how many have we got of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're halfway there to filling up a single trash thing. That's kind of cool. So that's kind of good to know. What's happened to our, oh, there it is. Habitat builder. I kind of don't actually need it, to be honest. You know. I also don't need my knife, so we can take that off now. Not that it makes a huge difference. Let's go foraging again. Yeah, the habitat builder might come in handy, because I can maybe make some wrecks disappear as well. We'll just clean things up that way too. Actually, we were over by the... make these fragments disappear too, for a start. Use my scanner for that. Magical disappearing fragments.
New blueprint acquired.
Yeah, obviously I don't expect people to go take like truckloads of stuff and fill up a boat with rubbish and stuff. You know, leave that to the professionals.
30 seconds.
That's what the fundraising is for. But if you do possibly have the ability to go to a waterway area, find a picnic area or something, maybe put up a sign saying, please keep your trash with you. It's the sort of thing that councils and stuff should ideally do, but I know that some aren't very responsible with that. Let's make this disappear, shall we? Yeah, there we go. Nice. Let's make things disappear. We get the chance to do that in this game. We don't in real life. That's why we need people to actually get out there and get their hands dirty. That's something that I'm thinking I might do in real life. Lockdown restrictions notwithstanding, they're starting to be relaxed here now at least. Been a bit of a strange year for things. I'm hoping to actually get out, go to a beach, go to something like that. And maybe do a little bit of community work. Got plenty of old cardboard boxes from when we were moving house. That'll be a good sort of thing to just fill up with some trash. Take it to the refuse station. Hopefully be recyclable, you know. Unfortunately, you know, shifting things from waterways to just landfill is not ideal. That's why ideally if you can recycle things, that's what we really want to have happen. But at the end of the day, something being contained with a landfill facility is at least better than it being loose in the ocean and just mucking things up. So, you know, sometimes we just got to take that route. Like, you know, the trash that we're dealing with here, I don't know exactly what happens with this. It's getting processed by these trash cans. I don't know where it goes. Hopefully it's not being ejected into the environment as radiation. I like to think that it's just going out as raw energy, so it's probably just a heat sink. Thankfully there should be a decent ozone layer on this planet still. So hopefully we're not screwing up the environment in that fashion, but we should just be exhausting the processed atoms from the trash can, waste heat, you know, sinking out into the ocean. The ocean is a pretty good heat sink. How close are we, I wonder, to our target, kind of, sort of, not really target? 4, 8, 12, 16. We are 1 away. Filling up an entire trash can. That'll be interesting to look at the timestamp and see how long that actually takes. But our job is not finished. We are going off again. Was there any... Sometimes there's floating salvage down here. Not this time, it seems. We can scan these to make these go away. Make that go away, make this go away, perfect. Yeah, we're gonna... Is there extra metal around here? Oh, well, there's a big chunk of something we can make disappear. Goodbye. Note to casual players, don't just make wrecks disappear like that in your casual playthrough, because it can make things disappear. These boxes and stuff are still there, but you do make a lot of things go away that you might want. So, best to just make sure that you clear out a wreck and scan everything, and especially pick up anything like PDAs, data banks, things like that. Data boxes, rather. Those are the things that are going to disappear if you're not careful. Cautionary tale. Once you have cleared it out, make it disappear. Clean up the environment. Oh, pick you up so no one else does. More salvage. There we go. Oh, that's already empty. We've already been here, it seems. Back over here again. Just combing these areas, making sure that we've gotten everything. Let's go over this way. There's always a ton of salvage over by this wreck over here. There's just tons. All strewn throughout. Pop. And more. So much trash. Making the environment better, one little bit of salvage at a time. Oh, inventory full, good. And more. So I'm just going to illustrate my point with making things in wrecks disappear, because we don't actually care about these things in this particular save. So see this data box here? Lightweight, high-capacity tank, you know, the thing that no one actually cares about. Because the ultra-high-capacity tank is just so much better in every way. And then there's a upgrade console, I believe it is. Yeah. So we don't care about those. So we're going to make them disappear. Now, in a casual game, that would be a problem, because you do want them. You can usually get most things in multiple places.
Will help ensure against dehydration.
I can't remember where the lightweight tank is, might be somewhere in the dunes. The upgrade console is in the sparse reef, so, you know, can at least get those somewhere else, but just in case. Always pays to be careful. But it looks much cleaner, doesn't it? Much nicer. We can make a lot of the stuff just disappear by scanning it, which is nice. The boxes, I believe we can construct into to make disappear as well, but it's going to be a bit tricky for some of these ones up at higher elevations, so we're probably not going to care about that too much. So a bit more about the organisations that are being partnered with. So Ocean Conservancy, that's the implementation partner for beaches and for oceans. So they are focused on science-based solutions in order to tackle the ocean conservation challenges that we face. They have citizen advocates to try and facilitate change and support efforts that benefit people who rely on the ocean. Because that's the other thing to bear in mind, is there are a lot of people still who rely on the ocean and its bounty for their livelihoods. And we're doing a terrible job of keeping it clean and keeping it sustainable. And we're full, let's go back to base. So Ocean Conservancy facilitates the International Coastal Cleanup, which is one of the largest volunteer cleanup efforts for the ocean. And then the Ocean Cleanup is another. Somewhat interestingly, the Ocean Cleanup as an organisation is actually the implementation partner for rivers, but it all flows together, right? Rivers lead to the ocean, so it's all connected, it's all part of the same problem. So their goal is to achieve a 90% reduction of floating ocean plastic by 2040. It's an ambitious goal, but we can help them reach it. Okay, well, I believe we have enough ingots to fill up more than one of these trash cans, so we're going to do that. It's just a bit more of a fun way of doing it rather than just the raw salvage. There we go, we can eat those. All go bye-bye. So the Ocean Cleanup has been was founded in 2013, so it's been around a little while. So they've got a bit of history to them, so if you're worried about kind of whether or not you can trust these organisations, there's some track records there that you can go and check out, make sure that you're comfortable with where the money is going. They've got a river system called the Interceptors, which not to be confused with the evil Galactic Empire from Star Wars. Another grab trap here. So their goal is to intercept trash before it even reaches the ocean in the first place. So, because once it gets to the ocean, it is a very difficult thing to actually clean up. There's some really cool technology that's being put into place in order to do that. It's amazing to watch. But what's even better is if it isn't necessary in the first place. And intercepting things before it even gets to the oceans, that's the way to go. Once it's there, sure, you can clean it up, but the ocean's a very big place. So if it can possibly be intercepted along waterways, it's a much better goal. Theoretically, you can use the flare storage strategy that I'm using here to open up the trash can directly, and I can just dump stuff straight into trash, but at the end of the day, that's pretty small. That means I wouldn't be collecting as much, especially as I'm going further and further away from my base. I'm wanting to just keep things on me, and then process things more efficiently when I get back there. Thankfully, the trash cans do make things disappear pretty quickly. I wonder how many ingots worth of trash I'll have cleaned up in total by the time I finish this. I'm giving myself a cutoff of until the aurora explodes, and then I have to go and repair that. Repair the drive core to prevent radiation leaking further into the ocean, so we're gonna work way to there. Because I was wondering what objective to really give myself in order to keep this video to a particular thing. Smitty and his just went until his character died in Raft. That doesn't take very long in this if you're not careful. Especially if you run out of oxygen. And it also feels a bit morbid. Yeah, I probably don't need to actually process these anymore, you know. We can just dump things in straight. Yeah, it's kind of a curiosity to see how many ingots worth of things you can eliminate. But we don't need to waste that energy. Let's go back over to that red grass wreck, because there's a lot over there still. There's another box. Get rid of the fragment, because that's just, you know, sharp edges, electronics. There's all sorts of nasty stuff in here. We don't want that. The crate, we can leave the crate. A box like that, it's just sitting there. That becomes a home for some crabs or something. It's, you know, it's a home for sea creatures. That's not a problem. But all this stuff with, like, sharp edges, bits of electronics and stuff, that's not so good. Can't overscan the trash can, unfortunately. You see, we don't want just a bit of laser cutter just sitting there. This there, that looks dangerous. That's not cool. Get rid of that. Glass table. I don't know if this will actually disappear when we scan it or not, but... nah, it didn't. Never mind. Scanner room fragment, let's get rid of that. That's just electronics, we don't need that. Another bit of bioreactor, get rid of that. This is basically a long series of... see this? None of that. Now let's not get killed by the tiger plant. Just matrix this shit. There we go. Oh. Back up for air, I guess. I've probably got enough stuff that I can just dump it into storage now. Eh, not quite. Whatever, that's fine. Get some more of this gone. There we go. Overscanned. Oh, that gives me some free metal. Let's just pick up these PDAs as well. Bit of loose lead, that's not good. Flares just sitting around, that's not good. Pick up that PDA. You know what? We don't need that life pod anymore. Get rid of that. Not sure if I can make that go away. I probably can't build close enough to the ground, so that'll just have to be there. At least it's empty now. Salvage. Wreckage. Salvage. Salvage, bioreactor plant, some sharp edges, let's get rid of those. Some more of that. Let's test my theory of if I can build into a box and make it go away. Well, I can build into the crate. The other box is too low, it looks like. It's a bit of a shame. Yeah, unless I can position it in such a way that a leg goes through it, maybe? Oh, so close. It's fine. We won't waste too much more time on that. Laser cutter. Maybe we can build into this box? I would hope that that's gone away now. Yes, nice. Good. The boxes are fine, but when they're floating in mid-air, it's kind of creepy, you know? It's a bit weird. Oh, propulsion cannon fragment. Let's clear that away. A lot of loose electronics in there. A lot of physics-breaking material, which we don't want to leave lying around. Don't know what sort of trouble might come of things. Down here and scan this, get rid of this. Oh, good. Or just loose salvage would be nice. I'm sure there's plenty around. Yep, like here. Oh, we are actually full. Back we go. So much loose metal. So you may be asking, you know, what's the big deal? You know, why does it matter if there's things just in the water? Oh, we've run out of battery power. Probably actually scanned a battery charger by now. Probably use that if I needed to. Okay. We're not crafting anymore. We're just doing this. So what we can actually do is just make another scanner. We can dump that scanner, and now we have one with 100% charging in. Just a little exploit there for you. Just going to put one of those in there and two of those in there. Those are things that we'll need later. Make them disappear. I still need one flare on me. Never mind. You there. So what's the deal? Well, the ocean is a very important part of the ecosystem. And all of the creatures in it all contribute, so we don't want things happening to them. Should be a no-brainer. If you have to ask why it's bad, why fish and dolphins and turtles and all sorts die unnecessarily from plastic pollution, then I guess this campaign isn't for you, because that should just really be obvious. It's estimated there's about 200 million tons of plastic in circulation, with an estimated 11 million tons entering the oceans every single year. So the 30 million that we're trying to clean up, that's about 2 years worth, but there's a big backlog. There's a big backlog and there's an ongoing amount that's still entering, so the hope is to make a dent, then hopefully educate people enough that that large number of annual cleanup stuff does start to reduce. And maybe one day, hopefully one day, the charities involved, when someone comes to them with money and says, hey, we're going to give you $1 for a pound of trash that you clear away, they'll go, you know what? There's not much left. We can't actually meet this amount of money contributed. That would be a great thing. That's the thing, is these sorts of charities, their goal is to basically work themselves out of a job. Right? They don't want to be an ongoing concern. So let's do what we can to make sure that that happens. Then they can move on to something else. Because I'm sure there'll be something else. We as a species are not great. I imagine that in like 100 years' time, there'll probably be a hashtag Team Mars initiative. I hope it doesn't get to that point. I really hope we'll have learned more by then, but I don't have a huge amount of hope in the human race. So, as a whole. But you guys are different. We're going to make a difference, right? We're all going to help make a difference. We're going to do our best to educate people so that that doesn't happen. Hey, there we go. That's what I was waiting for. Let's watch the fireworks.
Emergency. A quantum detonation has occurred in the aurora.
Oh, I was hoping to do it from the top of my life pod, but I don't think we can get back there fast enough.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
What we can do, though...
5, 4, 3, 2.
And that's just making a mess. It's flying everywhere. That's not what we want to see. Now, we're just one person. We're not going to be able to deal with that entirely. But you know what we can do? We can stop it getting worse.
The radiation suit technology.
And that's what we're going to do. We're going to stop it getting worse. Now, we do need... Actually, I shouldn't have bothered with that. Let's just pop up here for now. I'm going to grab a medkit just in case. I feel that might be useful. So I got anything left in there? No. Sorry, Skyro. Yeah, so that's a mess. We can't put the fires out, sadly. We'd have to make so many fire extinguishers. We can't do that. We are just one person. But what we can do is make a difference, and that's all we're trying to do here. Trying to make a difference. So we do need to come over here and bother a particular crashfish friend. Actually, I should have done that in a different cave. Let's go to a different cave, because there's always one in a place that I want them to be. Oh, and there's small salvage over here. We don't have super sea glide at the moment, but that's fine. We're just moving slowly. You're always here. Hi. Let's go grab that. Thank you for your sacrifice, Crashfish, for this worthy cause. Because of you, thousands of other life forms are going to suffer less radiation damage. Apparently I dropped some lead sometime. That was very irresponsible of me. We're going to clean up after ourselves. Yeah, we're going to pick up these things that I prepared earlier. Actually, we need one more thing as well, but we can make a repair tool first. And we can now ditch those. And those. Let's get super sea gliding in, eh? We do need a couple of these. Oops, nope. Had my flare. I need my knife back. That's right, I need my knife back. There you are. Couple of these. Just double checking that we've cleaned up all the metal from over here. Yep, there's some salvage still. You thought you could hide your salvage in your little nest there. No. Oh, and some more. Oh, it's like a teenager hiding books by their bed that they're not supposed to be reading when it's late and they're meant to be past their bedtime and getting some sleep. These naughty dogs. Hiding their metal, thinking that they can pull a fast one on me. No, I'm not going to let you get away with it. Ah, inventory's full. Okay, you win this time, Mr. Doggo. You can have that one for now. But I'll be back. Maybe. Oh yeah, I need to make both of them there. That means I need 2 more. Yo. And radiation suit. And we don't need the rebreather on anymore. We won't, like, destroy it, but we don't need it either. Okay. Probably put our knife away again now, but we're just... Why did I do that? There we go. Off we go. And now we're going to head to the Aurora. Going to pick up a quartz on the way. We're also going to pick up a lot of trash on the way. Must have just missed that little spot of the shallows there. There's a lot of shallows further south that we need to clean up as well, ideally, but... Can't do everything immediately. Get rid of that. This.
30 seconds.
Nuclear waste disposal. Ah, I just remembered I need the laser cutter.
Blueprint acquired.
So I guess we're going south then. We need another battery and we need a laser cutter. That's fine. And 2 diamonds, which is also fine.
New blueprint
I
acquired.
also need some oxygen, so I should probably tend to that. Get oxygen at 0 without breaking the surface. If you actually pop above the surface, you can break the surface, but if you pop above the surface, then you lose the super sea glide speed glitch, and we don't want to do that. That's clear. Clear you. So we actually need one more crash fish bit in that case as well. That's easily enough done. Just tidying up some loose ends here. Ah, back we go. Good. Full. Pick up you. Overscan you. This is where I actually did still want the rebreather, kind of, but we'll make do. Get rid of you. Twisted bits of metal. Not good. That's apparently a creep vine. No. An invisible creep vine trying to stop me picking up a metal. You can never stop me.
You have exceeded your weekly exercise quotient by
I'm an
500
unstoppable force
indicates
of
that
ocean
this is
cleanup.
your favorite activity.
I'm practically Captain Planet.
Vary your routine for uniform muscle development.
Whatever happened to Captain Planet? Seriously, how have they not, of all the things that you could reboot and redo at a time like this when environmental concerns are at an all-time high, how do we not have a rebooted Captain Planet? Okay, inventory full. Let's see, now what we probably need to do is we do actually need to drop a couple of those because we need to pick up some more things. It's regrettable. We'll just have to be responsible, try and come back this way and pick it up again. Fill up on oxygen because we don't have a rebreather on. I could have gone back and got the rebreather, to be fair, but
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen
we shouldn't be down here too long. Sadly, we can't deconstruct this base, but this is now just like a novelty wreck, basically. So I guess that's fine. We can get rid of some of these. But I shouldn't actually waste my time too much in doing this. Because it will take a lot of time. You don't normally get biters down here. That means that he followed me. It's very tenacious. We'll pick up the gold. We don't want to leave anything like lying around. So we will pick that up. We don't actually need more gold.
The conditions in this cave support a microcosm of
Not much shale around here.
planetary life forms.
I need 2 diamonds is what I need.
Structure somewhere in the region.
We are really being punished. No diamonds for you, says the game. There's one. But now I need to go back for oxygen. Oh, get that spare battery. That'll come in handy.
Liable to reimburse the full market price. Your current bill stands at 3 million credits.
Really bad diamond luck. Up for breath. Down we go. It's also beautiful down there. This is one of my favorite biomes. Unfortunately, not much useful down here, really. But it is pretty. It's pretty. Lithium, yeah. Diamond? Nope, another lithium. Waste some more time, why not? Make that go away. There's a fragment here we can make go away. Nuclear fragment we can make go away. Probably a good idea, just in case it's leaching radiation into the environment. We wouldn't want that. Ah, you. No, another gold? Wow. Normally, you get diamonds more than anything else out of shale, and we are just being very unlucky. I'm just going to have to go back and get more air. We might just have to go to a different entrance. We're just going to go to a different entrance. It's a long way away, but... I know pretty much the way to get there. There's this whole kelp section that we haven't even started to deal with. There's going to be so much salvage around here. There we come.
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
And straight away. Straight away. Back we go. Come on. This is taking longer than I wanted. We need to just get to the Aurora. And get that cleaned up. Every second we waste is a second that radiation can spread further, and we need to stop that. Those... Oop. Get the fun graphical glitch. These there... Oh, wrong way. We do need a thing anyway. There we go. No, I need the diamonds. The lithium can go in there. There we go. And we need to call on another friendly crashfish. So let's go do that. You can theoretically knife a crashfish to make it just explode to get the cave sulfur, but that feels bad, so we're just gonna make it do its thing. That one's always there as well. It's 2 constant spawns. Need water, apparently. Laser cutter! Good, we're now prepared. What we can do is, we're just going to quickly come over here and pester this cow. And we're just going to die for our sins. And refresh our health, our food, and our water. It's a survival tactic that you can use it. And off we go. And on the way we can send back another bunch of salvage to turn into nothingness. Because there's always so much loose salvage over here on the way to the Aurora entrance. Like that. Could actually make a base if we wanted to. But we wouldn't be able to flood it easily. Send that all back. I'll just pick up one thing. We'll death walk back. Down we come. We can also put that there now, because we're going to need that soon. We're going to have to take the top entrance, because we don't have a propulsion cannon. I could have made a propulsion cannon, technically. Probably would have been easier, actually. But it's fine. We'll show the kind of expected path into the Aurora, and that's up this ramp here.
Ship's structural integrity.
Yeah, can't do anything about these, all these fires, unfortunately.
Is conducted at your own risk. Caution. Scans show the digestive tracts of nearby life forms contain human tissues.
Ooh, just made it. Oh yeah, first aid kit. If I keep that, I won't keep the, salvage. I'll just leave these things closed up for now. I thought that was something else for a second. Don't actually need a fire extinguisher, I don't think. We can make this go away.
Aurora systems are running on local reserve power, unable to remotely download black box data.
Now, what was the code for this? Is this 1454? It is. Well remembered me. Well remembered. You do pick that up from that PDA just back there, so it's not a big deal.
Integrating new PDA data.
In we come. Landed on the forklift, it seems.
Sustained internal damage.
Come around here.
Do not attempt repair.
Oh look, a breach. That's not good. Let's do something about it.
Local radiation at maximum tolerable level.
Okay, so I guess I didn't actually need the laser cutter to get in here,
Breaches detected.
but I do need it to get to the rest of the ship. And, you know, I'm not going to finish the game, but I kind of want to get the, the Neptune blueprint. So theoretically I could finish the game.
Breach repaired. Further breaches detected. Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected. Containment breach repaired.
So I don't come here often in speedruns, this is more for the all achievements thing, but, you know. I think cleaning up some radiation leaking into the environment qualifies pretty well. So I need to put my knife on me. I was kind of hoping that the laser cutter, you'd be able to, like, zap them with it instead of just beating them with it. I feel that would make more sense. Like, the repair tool, sure, welding something might not make it go away quickly, but I feel a laser cutter, a beam powerful enough to cut through metal, that should be something you should be able to aim at a parasite attached to your arm.
Further breaches detected.
Also, how is it possible in such a radiated environment that the bleeders even exist in here? I guess they're so simple a life form that they just don't get affected by the radiation? I don't know. I shouldn't think so much about it. There we go. Done. Good. I was hoping to jump out of the water there. There we go.
Breach sealed. Radiation levels decreasing.
Stuck on the wall. I mean, while we're here, we'll just repair this as well. This is the Seamoth Bay. Yeah, see, seriously. I really don't like bleeders. Hang on. What am I doing? 2, 5. We'll put that on 4 for now. So we do... what is it? There we go. Oh, the repair tool's even faster, isn't it? Oh, never mind. That's a fun little trick you can do. Just animation overlay and it makes the laser cutter go faster. Of course, it's not really worth it if it takes you that long to set it up. Because you're wasting more time than it took in the first place, but, you know. Let's take both of those just to be on the safe side. We're going to scan these because we can at least make these disappear. Just in case there's any sensitive electronics that are otherwise going to be problematic if they were to catch fire and burn. You know, we wouldn't be wanting that, would we? Words. We wouldn't want that, would we? Oh, go on. In we come. Got way too much health, I just realised, because normally we're taking radiation damage this whole time. 2679 is always the code. Open up. Grab this so we can leave if we want to. And we're going to head back to base and finish up. There we go. Good. You know what? We've made a start. And making a start is a good start. Profound words there. So, recap. So this has been a Team C's ocean cleanup video that we've been doing what we can within Subnautica to clean up some of the trash that's been infecting this ocean. We've at least repaired the derived bay of the Aurora. Sadly, we can't do anything about the rest of it anymore. There's the planets. So, £30 million. It's a lot of trash. It's a big goal. If you can, please help. Please make a contribution and help us reach that goal. It's about 85 football fields covered with a foot of rubbish. Imagine that. Imagine all of that. Imagine that just not being in the ocean anymore. Because that's what we want. If you can, just go to a beach, go to a river, go to a, out in the ocean. If you happen to have a raft or something, I guess. But at the very least, what you can do is you can go to a lake, you can go to a beach, you can go to a river, you can pick up some trash, and make sure that things aren't getting into the ecosystem in the first place. If you can, talk to friends, talk to your school, talk to your business, make something, promote the message as much as you can. For Team Trees, there was artists drawing comics, there was kids holding bake sales, there was tech companies one-upping each other. Whatever you can do, just do something, right? This is a pretty measly attempt from me to try and make some level of contribution beyond financially donating. Maybe it won't do anything, I might be shouting into the void, but the point is that we can each try and do something. And hopefully we can see a result. We want to see that 30 million goal reached by the start of January at the very least. I want to see it done by the end of this month. And then everything else just being gravy from then on out. Is cleanup the best solution? It's a big problem. No one solution is going to do everything. But you have to start somewhere. Much like what I've done in this, there's so much more in this world, in this game, that needs to be cleaned up. I haven't got to it all now. It would take a long time to get to it, and a lot of resources, or a lot of time spent. But you got to start somewhere. And every little bit is potentially a dolphin, a whale, a turtle, birds that aren't being affected by trash in their environment. You wouldn't like it if someone just came into your room and just dumped a rubbish bag all over the floor and just left you with it. So let's not be that guy. And let's do what we can to, our neighbours had a bunch of trash dumped on their floor. We weren't the ones that did it, but you know what? We're going to go there and we're going to help them clean it up because they didn't do it either. They don't deserve to have to deal with that. So we're going to do our part. That's me. That's the video. I hope people have enjoyed watching this. I hope you can contribute in some fashion. Again, it doesn't have to be financially, it can be in any way that's possible for your individual circumstances. All we really ask is that we get something out of it and that each person does something that they can towards this goal. Thank you very much, hope you enjoyed, and take care, and we'll see you next time.